So, you have to have messaging. 83 cents of every dollar is spent on the headline. So the difference is, guys, listen, copywriting is the salesmanship in the written form. That's what it is. That's why copywriters are the best marketers, because there is frameworks to how you should sell, whether you know them or not. Like most people rely on just being a very nice person and being likable, which is great. That's great if that works for you, but you're only going to get a fraction of a fraction because you can't scale that. You can't train everybody on your team just to be likable. You got to teach them a system for selling. You got to teach them that question. Who asks the questions controls the conversation. What questions to ask. You got to teach them what open loops are, open-ended, closed questions. These are frameworks for selling. In marketing, it's the three imagines. Imagine this, and now imagine this. In copywriting, it's fact, tell them what you want. Fact. 78% of the people in Nashville didn't sell a home in the last 10 months. Fact. And interest rates have went up 3 times this year. Now, boom, tell them what you want, right? If you hit somebody with 2 facts, you can hit them with whatever you want them to believe. That's a copywriting strategy. These things work. I use the 3 imagines and the 3 facts all the time. If you don't know that there's a structure for marketing, then maybe the reason why you're not doing attraction as well as you want is because you aren't good at marketing or sales. And maybe that also is the reason why you don't like real estate. So the real question is like, do you have a lesson plan? The person on this call who actually takes this to heart and says, you know what, Mike, I'm going to buy these 3 books. This is the only common denominator. People ask me, what's the difference between the people you help and that have the most success versus the ones that don't? They're the best student. A teacher can tell you who the best student is. A principal can tell you who the best teacher is. The best student cares and the best teacher cares. That's the end of the story. So, are you a great student? If you were the student and you had all the results that somebody else wanted, how would you define? What are the characteristics of a good student? Or do you think that's I was born this way? Do you think Mike's just lucky because he was just born in marketing? That's bull crap. I'm just like you. I've looked at my kid and wondered how I was going to pay my bills because I bet the farm. I've lost money. I've had shit happen. I have every single thing I could tell. I'm blind in my right eye. I got shot in the face. I had a year where I thought my 5-year-old son wasn't going to be able to walk because he couldn't. God bless, everything worked out. But there was probably 8 months of the worst months I wouldn't wish upon anybody. Shit's going to happen in your life. I get it. My dad passed away last year. My brother-in-law, 41, passed away last year while we were on our dream vacation and wherever we were in Italy. Things happen, But I think my dad and everybody, my kids and everybody, the best thing I can do for them is be the best version of myself. That's the best thing I can do for anybody in my family is lead from the front. And if you were talking to your kids right now, would you want them to think that they could not learn and become better? How nice would it be for your kid to have such a clear vision of what they wanted to be?